So some of y'all may, who subscribe to Big Swear, one of the three amigos, may have seen his email last night that pretty much said, get out of Bitcoin and get into Bitcoin Cash. Gotta tell you, I am not feeling that. I am not feeling that. We've seen Bitcoin stand tall, so to speak, time and time again. A dethrone attempt, if you will, takes place, and it fails. Try it again, fails again. We have Bitcoin Cash, we have Bitcoin Gold, and then of course Bitcoin Core, or BTC. So, we had another crazy day last night. Well, I'll be glad when this stupid thing goes away. Hold on. Gotta blow the snot. Can't pause it. So, Bitcoin, I mentioned this last night in my live stream. But first of all, the crazy thing was how Bitcoin Cash, Coinbase says we're going to release it January 1st. Then all of a sudden, actually we're going to go ahead and release it now. And that was, what, the 19th or whatever? And the price jumps and spikes from 1900, whatever it was, to 3,000, 3,200, 3,500, 3,600. And that was pretty common across all the exchanges that were listing Bitcoin Cash. And there's about 30 or 40 of them. But on Coinbase, which uses GDAX, jumps to around 9,000, maybe higher at one point. And that's when I saw it was nearly 3 times the price of every other exchange. It was only Coinbase reporting that price. And then they halted the exchange, and it sat at 8,500 for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. I'm not really sure. I wasn't actually timing it, but maybe 15 minutes. 20 minutes, I don't know. And then, oh, okay, it's trading again. And guess where it starts? It doesn't start where it left off. It starts at $3,200, $3,300, where all the other exchanges are. And what I'm trying to say is, Coinbase is an exchange. Coinbase isn't this big entity like you or a person, let's say, who's selling on there. So if the price was $8,500 and they halt the exchange, how does the exchange open back up and it's not anywhere near $8,500, it's at $3,200, $3,300? And then from that point forward, even right now, matter of fact, I probably should double check, because I was looking at CoinMarketCap today, but CoinMarketCap is not listing Coinbase yet as one of the exchanges to get pricing from. But it's about $3,300. So that was very, very, very weird. And then for the rest of the night, that's what it looked like. It just stayed around 32, 33, 3,000. It came down a little bit, it went back up. And this morning, Bitcoin, you know, King Bitcoin, so to speak, is over $17,000 again. Matter of fact, I'll tell you the exact price. Bitcoin, not only is it over 17, it's 17.6. Catching back up to 18,000 again, right where it left off. Ethereum's back up, $836. Bitcoin Cash, again, $33.70. Litecoin 33, or 333, I should say. Oh, EOS, I won. Give me my money. EOS, $12.17. OMG, 18 bucks. I'll take that. I will take that. But I mean, Big Swear's adamant. Get rid of Bitcoin, go to Bitcoin Cash. Now, I'm just going to say, if that were me, I wouldn't be saying it like that. I wouldn't just tell everybody, get out of Bitcoin, get to Bitcoin Cash. Because what if you're wrong? And everyone's like, oh my gosh, I just listened to you, you know. Not that, again, people are responsible for their own decisions. But I'm very picky and choosy about what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it for that very reason. You never know for sure. And once again, Bitcoin is still king. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash is a bit higher. We were thinking there'd be a nice sell-off on Bitcoin Cash as soon as it hit the exchange, specifically Coinbase, because so many people were holding Bitcoin prior to that fork back in August, who now have Bitcoin Cash in their name automatically. And right off the bat, Coinbase then was like, no, we're not doing anything with Bitcoin Cash, we're not going to do it. And everyone starts threatening, hey, we're going to sue you. You know, that's basically, because people are like, well, wait a minute. You're not going to do anything with Bitcoin Cash. I own Bitcoin Cash. Just because it's on your exchange doesn't mean you can say, well, we're not going to do anything with it, so I can never have it. Because people are like, oh, well, we know why you're doing that. So you can keep our freaking Bitcoin Cash. You know, you greedy little bastard, Coinbase. It's kind of what they were saying, you know, so to speak. Okay, never mind. Give us a few months. January 1st, we'll implement some changes that will allow you to get your Bitcoin Cash. And then they release it early. And rather than everyone take that and sell off and dump it right into Litecoin, which has been the huge performer as of very recently. If you look at just the month of December, because remember, we humans, boy, we got a short mind. We got a short little mind, you know, time span of things, and you know, short memory, if you will. And all we're gonna know is what's happening over the last week or two. And over the last week or two, Litecoin has been killing it. Murder scene. Call the police. It's a murder scene. Double homicide, triple homicide. Litecoin. People are seeing that. Ethereum sure as hell didn't do that. Even Bitcoin, which has been doing well recently. Maybe those people say, well, I'll get some Bitcoin, or I'll split it between Bitcoin and Litecoin because they both did well recently. But there was no reason for Bitcoin Cash to rocket only on Coinbase like that. It was absurd, honestly. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. There has got to have been some shenanigans going on. So, Bitcoin again has remained king. It's back nearing $18,000. Yes, Bitcoin Cash is at a new high now, but that was going to happen anyways. Cliff Ivan said, you know, yeah, Bitcoin Cash is going to rise. It is going to rise. If I had to, you know, make a move of Joe, I don't know what to do. I really don't know. I don't want to miss out. I don't want my Bitcoin to go down and Bitcoin Cash to go up and miss it. I tell you to sell some of your Bitcoin and get into Bitcoin Cash. Simply put, you got 10 Bitcoin. Man. 10 Bitcoin. No Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin is $18,000. I'm just going to round off for now. Bitcoin Cash is $3,000. 6 times 3 is 18. So all you have to do is sell 1 Bitcoin out of your 10 to give you 9. 1 Bitcoin, and now you've got 6 Bitcoin Cash. Maybe you want to sell 1.5 or 2 Bitcoin, and that'll give you 12 Bitcoin Cash if you do 2 Bitcoin, and then you'll have 8 Bitcoin. My problem, then you're covered, because now you got a little bit more Bitcoin Cash. If Bitcoin Cash somehow takes off and creates some kind of miracle, in my opinion, it'll take an effing miracle for anything to dethrone, anything Bitcoin related to dethrone the king Bitcoin. At least you've got 12 of those and 8 of the other one when you used to have 10, right? You're covered. But what happens if Bitcoin goes on to $40,000, $50,000, and Bitcoin Cash is now finally $10,000, let's say, just example. You're going to look back and say, well, shoot, I got rid of those 2 Bitcoin to give me some Bitcoin Cash. And I should have just held my Bitcoin. However, at least you've got some Bitcoin Cash that's now worth $10,000 each, or whatever the numbers are. You can't go wrong. That's the key. You cannot go wrong owning both. It's that simple. But me personally, I just do not think that Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin anything other than BTC, Bitcoin Core, is going to do better than it. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Again, it's my opinion. We've already seen some stuff happen. It was supposed to take place. It was supposed to be dethroned. It was never dethroned. It got to about $2,500 Bitcoin Cash, and then it plummeted back down. $1,100, $1,200, then it's recently back to $1,800, $2,000. But at the same time, Bitcoin's going way up. All other coins are going way up. So it's not, uncommon to see it going up. I mean, look at Bitcoin Gold. It's up 40-something, 50%. What the hell does Bitcoin Gold have to do with what just happened last night? Nothing. That's a third fork. So we have Bitcoin. We've got Bitcoin Cash. We've got Bitcoin Gold. And my opinion last night, which still remains the same, is, hey, I wonder if the sole reason the people who run and control Bitcoin, or some entity within that group or whatever, that group of folks, has a whole hell of a lot of Bitcoin. I said this last night in my live stream. And they realize every time we do a fork, the amount of Bitcoin we possess pretty much doubles, but into the other coin. So we've got, 5,000 Bitcoin over here. Bitcoin Gold comes out, we got 5,000 Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Cash comes out, we got 5,000 Bitcoin Cash. Now they've got 5,000 Bitcoin, 5,000 Bitcoin Cash, 5,000 Bitcoin Gold. And it's just an example. What if it's hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin or something crazy? Who knows? They're saying to themselves, whatever the number is, it's times whatever the price of those things are. We can't create more Bitcoin, but we can fork and create a whole new coin. So what the hell? What are all these Bitcoins going to do? Bitcoin Core, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and there'll probably be another one. Bitcoin Jabroni coming to a theater near you. Bitcoin Jabroni is going to overthrow the king. What does it do? Well, it comes over, borrows all your tools, bugs the old man, tries to help him fix lawnmowers, and argues with him. The real Jabroni. That sounds like a great coin. I think I'll get a few. No, but seriously, it's just my opinion. I'm not in an inner circle, but I'm sitting back, studying stuff, looking at stuff. If Bitcoin Cash was going to go through a tear right now, it would have started last night like it did, and it would not have ended. I'd be waking up today and saying, uh-oh, hey, Bixby nailed it. He told you all to get out of Bitcoin and dive headfirst into Bitcoin Cash. Like I said, you can't go wrong owning both. I said that the first time we saw this supposed hostile takeover, whatever the hell was going on. Honestly, it was just a few weeks ago. I said, guys, I'm taking half my Bitcoin right now at the time. And I'm spreading it over to Bitcoin Cash. I don't know what the hell's going to happen here. Let's see what happens. That was my safe play. I told you why I did it, and you guys could have done the same thing if you wanted to. It went up. I started to see it selling back off. Bitcoin rising again. Uh-oh. Flipped my position. Get out of Bitcoin Cash, back into Bitcoin. I see some movement, flip back out again into some altcoins. Those altcoins, for whatever reason, went up nicely. Flip back into Bitcoin. No, that was the move I talked about where I got the RV. I just scraped off some profits enough to get this RV. I didn't put all my money into the RV. Again, you start to realize I don't want to put all my take any freaking crypto out, any extra amount to do something with in fiat. I want to hang on to as much crypto as I can. So what I did, let me go ahead and just put 17K down on this sucker with some crypto profit, rather than pay the whole damn thing off at 33K or whatever all at once. No, I think I'd rather have that 17K crypto land. But of course I got my wife. We should pay some stuff off. I know we see numbers on a portfolio and it looks good and all, but we should pay some stuff off. And I gotta tell you, last few days I've been thinking, if I pay this house off come January or whatever, because I want to do it this year, pull more money out, which will make my income tax owed a crap ton. So I'm like, that's the whole purpose of 2018. I can take more crypto money out, pay some bills off, like finish paying the 17K off on the RV, 80K second mortgage on the house, done. My wife, on the other hand, is like, man, I'm telling you, I think we should just pay everything off. I'm like, well, if I do that, we're not going to have a whole lot of cryptos left over. But there's something to be said, in all honesty, there's something to be said about being completely out of debt. And I may pull that trigger and be left with just not a tiny amount of crypto, but I'll be left with a little bit, not a little, but a small amount, decent little amount. So I gotta now think about what am I gonna do? Do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I wait? We're seeing these huge numbers coming. I'm trying to convince her, just wait a little while. Don't know. You know what I think about it? I'd rather wait and, again, use less cryptos as the price rises to pay off fiat debt. Again, it's like hyperinflation. This is what Cliff High talked about. You're going to see hyperinflation, but you're not going to see it the way you think you're going to see it. You're going to see it in the cryptocurrency prices. That's where you're going to see this. And by the way, if silver and gold weren't rigged, that's where you'd have already seen it. You'd all be filthy rich with all the silver you've been stockpiling all this time. But it's rigged. Cryptos at this point aren't. Now, granted, I don't know what the hell I saw last night on Coinbase, GDAX exchange. Only exchange in the face of the earth out of 30 or 40 that had $9,000 prices. And then they halt it, comes back, and then all of a sudden it's linked up with everybody else. Oh, there it is. And I asked, hey, does anyone know if the new futures contract, which just got finalized, I guess, the day before, 18th, right? CME Group, whatever. Are they in any way, shape, or form using GDAX for pricing? Because remember, all their futures contract is based off of what the future price is. That's what it means. And someone said, yeah, that one of three sources is actually GDAX that the CME Group is using. Really? But the problem is, you normally would think the club's going to get in and try to short it and move prices. Somehow, price would have got slaughtered. It didn't get slaughtered. It went up to $9,000. So maybe my question is this: was there anybody out there that had a bunch of positions, short positions, futures contracts? Well, no, take that back. I was going to say on Bitcoin Cash, and just got slaughtered last night because the price went way up. Problem is, it's a Bitcoin futures contract, not a Bitcoin Cash futures contract. So never mind that. I just don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Don't know what to make of that. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But I'm still a Bitcoin Core fan, BTC. Main reason, it just appears to have taken, not right now, but it already has. It has taken this role of excellent store of wealth, value. You buy me and sit on me. You don't play with me. You don't try to do transact. You just sit on me and buy it. And I perform miracles as we move on. That's what people use Bitcoin for. At the same time, there are stores out there and things out there. We accept Bitcoin. We accept Bitcoin. What about all those? Is the whole infrastructure going to have to change across the planet Earth to deal with Bitcoin Cash? Let's say if Bitcoin Cash starts to overtake Bitcoin. The answer would be yes. If that's what happens, then a lot of infrastructure is going to have to change in order for merchants and people who say, yeah, we accept Bitcoin, to now accept Bitcoin Cash. So that's whole other thing. So I just don't know. I don't think the king is going to be dethroned, people. That's what I'm saying. I do not think the king is going to be dethroned. It's already back nearing 18,000 again. So I'm going to publicly state, this will be kind of a fun thing. Big Swear says go Bitcoin Cash. JSnip4 says stay with Bitcoin. I'm just going to say that. If you want to play the safe card, buy and sit on both. I just gave you the example. 6 Bitcoin equals, not quite, but, excuse me, one Bitcoin equals almost 6 Bitcoin Cash. So you can say, well, I've got, 10 of them. I'll liquidate 1.5 and then dump that into Bitcoin Cash. You could do that, and it'd be safe. And the fact of the matter is, Bitcoin Cash it does not appear to be going down to some low level, okay? And like all coins, like Cliffy says, rising tides raise all ships. So when the whole space starts going up, they all go up. So Bitcoin Cash is going to go up. Meaning, I don't think you could be hurt, really, by putting your, whatever into that. I really don't. I think you'll be okay. But I just don't think it's going to dethrone the king. I'm out.